Hey Josh, you've had Joe Brady as your quarterback coach now and offensive coordinator. How much would you embrace that continuity of having him back?
I would fully embrace it. I love Joe. I love what he brings to this team, to our offense, the juice that he has, the passion he has for football, how much preparation he's put into, a tough situation these last 7 to 8 weeks. Yeah, I would fully embrace that, and that's obviously there's stuff that needs to go on before that, and I understand there's probably an interview process and all that, but he's got my vote.
Anyone you ask, members of the offense, about him, they talk about his energy, right? But from an X's and O's standpoint, what did he do, in your opinion, to kind of jumpstart things a little bit?
Well, I think just the fact that, again, we ran the ball extremely well, stuck to that. I think got back to some simpler concepts, did simple better with him. And I think, again, didn't have his entire touch or his entire flair on this system. So I know if that's the route that we went, there would be a little bit of change in terms of, systematically what we would be doing, which I'm open for, and having some good talks with him and just seeing what it could be, and it does get me excited. So, yeah.
Do you ever get used to the finality of everything? You get ramped up for the divisional game 12 hours or 24 hours ago, and now it's kind of stuff up.
Yeah, it's surreal. On the bright side, we woke up this morning, right? We're all here. Losing's never fun. It's a part of the game. It's the worst, second worst part of the game. Obviously, injuries are the worst part of the game, but it's the reason why you play this game is because you don't want to feel this way. But when you do feel this way, it makes winning all that much more special. And this isn't something that we're going to run from. It's not something we're going to hide from. We gotta take it on the chin and continue to learn and get better. And I know that it's not what people want to hear. They want to see results. We want to see results. We're just like you guys. We want to win. And that's the fact. And at the end of the season, there's one happy team, and we're gonna keep fighting and keep working as hard as we can until we are that one team. So long road ahead, long off season. Got to continue to keep putting in the work and getting better in the off season and getting together with guys and figuring out what we can do to get over this hump.
Mind is racing after the game. It's 15 minutes afterwards, and you come out and you're very emotional. You said you think that there's probably more tweaks than big changes. Now that you've had a little bit more time to reflect on that, do you still feel that way? And if you do feel that way, is there maybe any benefit to change? Because we have seen so much continuity over the years. Two systems of thought that you can have there, sure. But I think, all signs are still pointing up with this team. I know it feels bleak, and there's probably going to be a lot of change, whether it's personnel, guys coming back, guys not playing. Again, that's all speculation. That's nothing that I know, nor can I, focus on, to be honest. I just got to continue to keep working hard and bringing the guys that are here along and keep trying to mesh everybody together. And, it takes an entire organization. It takes every single person in this facility to win a Super Bowl. And obviously we haven't gotten it done yet, so some good long looks in the mirror and conversations with people that are in and outside the building, just asking, what can I do more? What can I be better at? And learning and growing from that, and that's exactly what I plan on doing.
Josh, that it's still fresh. Do you worry about the window of opportunity for this team?
No, not at all.
Why not?
I believe in what we've got going on here and the people that are in charge. I believe in myself, and that'll never change.
It was 13 games in a row that Stefon failed to reach 100 yards to end the season. What went into his declining production as the year went on, and how do you guys reverse that?
Yeah, well, I think teams were doing a good job of playing too high and taking some things away that we were doing well early in the season. I thought we ran the ball more and were more put more effort into the run game. And then I missed a few throws early on in the season, or in the middle of the season, late in the season, that could have changed the narrative about this whole thing. So just getting back to what we know, how we can play, and that's about it.
At all about that deep ball? I mean, it's been shared on social media quite a bit. It was this close. Did you guys talk about it all after the game?
No, I mean, we were close. You know, that's it was a close play. Who knows if it would have impacted the game or not? And again, you can't boil it down to one play or two plays throughout the game. There's so many opportunities that we had, offense, defense, special teams, all three phases that could have changed the outcome of the game. So again, we got to find a way to put our best stuff on the field in these types of games, and I thought we were close. You know, just got to find a way.
Do you know what your off-season plan is? Will you work with Jordan, or is all that still yet to be determined?
Still to be determined. Obviously, want to get back in the lab as soon as possible. Still feels surreal that we're not practicing today, and didn't feel like our season was done yet. And honestly, still doesn't feel like that way. I feel like we had a lot of good things going in the right direction. Felt good throwing the ball towards the end of the season, battling obviously some things early on, but just felt to a spot right now where the ball was coming out really well, and going into this off season and trying to hold on to some of those swing thoughts, if you will, and just movements and try to build off that going into this off season.
Any concern on your part, Josh, regarding the shoulder injury? Anything that has to happen this off season that you know of?
No. It just felt like it kept getting better as the season went on, and especially these last probably 4 weeks, felt like it didn't bother me at all. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything going on.
Surgery
is off the table, to clarify that. Surgery is off the table.
At the moment, yes.
How much did you have to overcome during the course, earlier on when it was bothering you? Now that we've reached this point, like reflecting on that.
Yeah, I think if you talk to any thrower, pitching, quarterback, anytime you feel pain in your throwing shoulder or your elbow or your hand, it's never a good thing. It's never comforting, and it can tweak sometimes how you deliver the ball. And again, throughout the season, that's kind of a mental gymnastic that sometimes you have to take too. Of all right, the ball's not coming out the right way. Mechanically doesn't feel like me. What can I do to fix this? Sometimes you revert to old ways, but again, continue to work hard and practice, and just trying to find the best way that it can, the ball can come out. And like I said, sticking to some of your swing thoughts, and different ways that you can talk to yourself and get back into that motion. So again, feeling good about it right now. Yeah, gonna have a good off season.
Josh, at some points throughout the season, Sean drawing a lot of criticism. What do you make of the job he did this season?
I thought he did a great job, and I think he had a lot on his plate this year. Us being 6-6, having the confidence in the guys in this locker room. Never panicked once throughout the season. A lot of BS that happened too, off the field that shouldn't have happened. But again, I think we rallied around him, and he did a lot of really great things for this team this last year.
Well, obviously, understanding Sean's the head coach and you're going to take the vision of the head coach, do you feel like your idea of what this offense should be is in line with what his idea?
Yeah, and I think he's grown so much as a head coach, as well as me growing as a quarterback throughout the time that I've been here. And, he's never stepped in the way of what, our offense should look like. Obviously, he's got situations throughout the game where he's got to make a decision for the betterment of the team. But never once has he come into the room and said, you got to run this play. This is what our team needs to look like. You need to run it 40 times. It's never been that way, and I think his communication especially with Joe this last 7 weeks, was top-notch in terms of, letting Joe kind of do what Joe needed to do to put our offense in good situations, and him trusting, like even yesterday, trusting us on that 4th and 1 early in the game. It instills a lot of confidence in the offense, and again, he had a lot on his plate this year, and yeah, I definitely think we're in line there.
Josh, what are your reflections on Joe and moving forward with this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I know there's probably some sort of interview process, and I'm sure he's going to be asked to interview for a couple different jobs, whether it's head coaching or OC, and you know, any team would be lucky to have him, and hopefully we're the lucky team.
A lot of young players that developed over the year: Khalil, Dalton, Osiris, James. Just what does that development mean for the future of the offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see what type of group we can be, and you know, Osiris Torrence played I think every single snap this year, which for a rookie to do that after, you know, the rookie wall is a real thing. So for him to come out there and do that, I mean, that speaks volumes. He's going to be a heck of a player in this league for a very long time, and it's exciting to have him on our squad. And then again, you look at, you know, James and Khalil, young players that have stepped up in a big way, and you know, Dalton had a fantastic season as a rookie, and you know, I only expect him to get better. So it's definitely, you know, future's bright for these guys, and for myself included, and I'm just happy that you know, I've got a chance to play with these guys, and I think it could be pretty special moving forward. I know this sucks, and losing sucks, but a lot to look forward to.
Mitch was asked about his future. He said he's got a year left on his contract, and his plan was to come back. And you guys now, is that a guy that you talk to and make sure that that's the case?
I hope so. I've had him here for quite some time now. I love that guy. Talk about a great man, husband, father, human being. You know, he's on the top of the list when I'm asked about, you know, who those guys are in the locker room. We've got a lot of love for him and his family, and yeah, I would love to have him back, and hopefully we can get that done.
You feel like you and Steph are in a good spot, you know, on the field, off the field, chemistry-wise?
Yeah, that's my brother. You'll never catch me saying anything other than positive things. He's been such a catalyst for this team and this offense over the last 4 years. He's done just things that I can't thank him enough for in my career. So, yeah.
Khalil is somebody, I know you were asked kind of about the entire group, but has really kind of stepped up the last couple weeks with uncertainty about Gabe as he heads to free agency. What can Khalil do to take the next step and become even a bigger role in the offense?
I mean, he's just got to keep doing him. You know, just you see the opportunities that he gets, and he made some unbelievable catches last night. He's made some unbelievable plays these last few weeks. And again, just continue to be him. He works extremely hard. He's very humble, doesn't complain. He goes and does the dirty work, and he'll go get a linebacker. He'll get on an edge. He's always around the ball. Like he's just a guy that plays football the right way, and he's just got to keep doing that, and his more opportunity will come his way, and he's going to make those opportunities